This is just a few questions from Chicago. And I have Marcia Logan on the line, on the phone line from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Marcia Logan, what's going on in Philadelphia?
Hey, Mark. Well, we're here and under this. I don't know what we call it. Maybe I want to call it martial law. I want to call it what it is. It's a crazy time here in Philly. The stores are boarded up. It's pretty difficult to find stores that are open. And the one that I found that was open wanted $31 for a case of water. So, I hope people are stocking up. I
You can't
actually
stock up. You can't go to the store.
Well, you're gonna have to go online and do something. I hope I got a water purifier and I bought some lanterns and a generator. Just something so that like our power went out yesterday for the first time. And my God, my parents have been here 60 years. The power may have gone out twice. So it went out yesterday for like an hour, which is not normal. So I just hope people are prepared to deal with discomfort. Unfortunately, especially this generation, they're pretty much used to getting anything they want, having a tantrum, and it materializing either via online ordering or via whatever. And I think that this is a time where we need to sit down and talk to our children. You know what? I'm not upset with them with the protesting because people always talked about this generation was a generation that didn't care about anything. And I think they've proven those people wrong. The protesters are not the problem. They're peaceful, they're walking, they're marching, they're expressing themselves about what they find wrong with injustice. They're letting people know that they want certain tangibles like the cops charged and all these things are starting to happen. The Rizzo statue here, thank God, was
For
taken
those who
down.
don't know, Rizzo, what was Rizzo's first name?
Frank.
Yeah, Frank Rizzo. I barely remember him.
Lucifer, actually.
Don't come on. You're gonna ruin my podcast. I can't get quality guests when you say stuff like that.
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
jokes aside. Frank Rizzo was the former mayor of Philadelphia. Okay, let me say this.
And a
Okay,
police commissioner, I think. Wasn't he also a police
I
commissioner?
just remember him being kind of. I won't say the R word. That's my impression of him. I don't know him personally.
Oh
Okay,
my
how
God.
do we go? How do we go forward? Because we know racism and injustice and white supremacy, blah blah blah. But
Right.
how do the people that care, no matter where they live, how do we go forward so we can get the bad police officers off the police force and get some peace and justice and equality in the good old United States?
Well, that's it. We have to now focus our objectives. Yes, the protest drew attention. Now it's time to enact what our solutions are. What are your solutions? Okay, you've protested, you've called attention to the problem. Addressing now the issues is the next step, not sitting back. What I don't like are the older generations pointing fingers and saying, why are they looting and what? No, get past all that.
No,
Why
get
are they
past
burning
all of
down
that.
their why are they burning down their own neighborhoods?
Get
Number
past
one,
all of that.
the target these stores in their neighborhoods they don't own. Okay, so they're not burning down their own neighborhoods. They're not burning down their houses. They're not burning down their mother's houses or their fathers or their titis or their uncles. They're burning down shops that they don't own anyway. And these shops have insurance. So don't
Yeah, but
sit up here and act like,
let's stay on focus.
okay, but
What's
anyway, yeah,
next?
let's stay
What do we do
focused.
next? Yeah.
What we do next is we have to focus and deal. What do you want to see? What change is it that you want to see? You want to see these cops being arrested? You want to see these cops losing, excuse me, losing their right to serve as police officers? There are things that need to change because a lot of times these police officers they go on vacation for murder. So no more sitting at home paying them until this
Yeah,
until
but the thing about it, I think most people, and the show has proven, we are not focused. People are not really focused. They're emotional right now. The emotions are
right.
understandable. After the emotions die down, what are the goals? I can tell you mine. Let me chime in and tell you mine. Medicare for all, universal basic income, education, innovation. Of course, you get all the bad police officers off the force. They may go to somebody else's police force, but they get out of Chicago.
But see, that's what has to stop
Well, they
happening.
all go to Iowa. They all go to Iowa. I don't care. They go to Montana.
But see, that's the problem. We have to change the
You're not going to stop it all. The first thing you get them out of
you can't stop it all.
You can't stop it all, but you have to have a start. You get them out to major cities. You get them out to, they don't like black folks and people of color. They need to move to Montana and Washington State, the eastern part of the state, and Idaho. Have at it. Utah, have at it.
Well, see, then that's like putting a Band-Aid on cancer.
But that's what I'm saying. But you can't. This thing has been going on. Negroes have been here since 1619. Okay,
right.
So we know it's not going to stop right away. We just have to move forward. So we have to focus. I'm sorry getting emotional, but let's move forward.
No, of course, you're supposed to get emotional. See, and that's the problem. A lot of this is just conversation for people. We've got to understand that this is new to a lot of people who didn't know it existed, who lived shielded by their privilege. This is normal for black people. We've known this has been going on forever. And these young people have been watching it all their lives and they're tired of it. And they want real change. They don't want lip service. They don't want a march, a big block party, and then go home and then it happens again. I mean, you remember these children saw Eric Gardner not too long ago die the same way. And what happened to those police officers? People are tired of watching people get away with murder.
But they don't understand this is a lifelong battle. We may be seeing later on this year when I imagine President Trump loses, he'll have 2 months, or maybe 2.5 months before he has to actually leave the White House.
He said he wasn't leaving.
That's what I'm saying. It might not be fun. We may see some weird stuff. Hopefully we won't. So people got to understand this is very serious. The people who love their country, and a lot of folks who have problems with America, we're not leaving. Most of us are not leaving. We got some work to do.
Well, see, most of these people who are in love with America are in love with a fantasy of what America is. They're not in love with what America actually is. Did you see that interview with Farrakhan and Mike Wallace? When Mike Wallace was sitting there talking about, I think, Nigeria as being the most corrupt regime in the world. And Farrakhan had to tell him, are you serious?
I know. That's the late, great Mike Wallace. Wait, look at Drew Brees and his comments.
But see, this is why I'm saying all of this lip service that we're giving to it, all of these Band-Aids where they can just get fired here and go to Iowa, that's part of this.
Yeah, but you first started sitting in Iowa.
Drew Brees is now in the old Mike Wallace's. They're passing on this legacy of superiority, this legacy of racism, this legacy of status quo. We're great. America, make America great again. When was America ever great? When it was enslaving people? When it was stealing from other countries? When was America great? See, that's the problem. We have to get down to
I know you. I can't.
Brass taxes. And let people know the truth about America, because you can't deal with it.
I know, you can tell the truth to people; they're still not going to hear. Marcia, they have cognitive dissonance. What's that fancy term? So let's close out. Let's close out. That's you and me. Oh, that's my house. Okay, let me shut it down. I got a fire going.
What is that?
Smoke detector. We got to shut it. Did it stop? Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Smoke detector. Okay, we got 1 minute left. Smoke detector. What's going on?
Well, we got to talk about the fact that black people are still not citizens according to the Constitution, too.
Okay.
Let's
take a break. Let me take a break.
Dred Scott decision.
I know. We'll take a break. Let me go check out the fire extinguisher or the fire.
You don't burn up over there.